Hiya, welcome to another preview and prediction for another good fight on the AJ Ruiz undercard. First of all, just want to put it out there. I will be uploading a few videos today. I'm sorry if they're not as coherent or sort of well put together as some of my previous videos. I'll be completely honest with you, I was out last night. It was quite a heavy one. So I'm in my dressing gown currently and recovering slowly and steadily. So as I say, apologies if I'm a bit stumbly and a little bit all over the place, but I thought there are some videos I really do need to get out, so particularly for the fight cards tonight. So, first things first, Filip Hrgovic versus Eric Molina. This is for the WBC International heavyweight title, so we'll give Hrgovic a WBC ranking. I've got to start by saying I actually, at first, when I heard this fight was made, wasn't a big fan. Now, it has grown on me a bit, Hrgovic, I really like. He comes across in that Vitaly Klitschko ilk. A lot of comparisons have been made, and I completely see it. I really like what we see with Hrgovic. As far as I'm aware, he's never been stopped, amateur or pro. As I say, he's a tough fucker. And as we know, Eric Molina, he's been around, he's fought the who's who. He's Wilder, Adamek, Joshua, Brazil. So, Areola. We know what we're getting with Eric Molina. Every time he has stepped up, he has lost. That has to be said, and he usually gets stopped. He has not got the best chin. He's got deceiving power. That is one thing I will say for Eric Molina. He has got deceiving power. It's not the sort of sudden power that you'd get from a lot of heavyweights, but it's more sneaky power. He can throw these sneaky shots that do catch you, and if you're not aware of it or you're not ready for them, they can take you by surprise. But as I say, Eric Molina versus Filip Hrgovic, I think it is a good fight. Obviously, I favour Hrgovic in quite a big way. He's the prospect on the ascendancy, and Eric Molina is at the end of his career. As I say, they're 10 years apart. Eric Molina is 37, Filip Hrgovic is only 27, which obviously for a heavyweight is very young. Now, is Molina just here for the payday? Possibly. The only issue with Eric Molina, and this has been a thing for going back in Eric Molina's career, is what Eric Molina will turn up. Look, I'm an AJ fan, but I'm willing to admit that the AJ that fought the Molina that fought AJ was not the same Molina that fought Wilder. He just come out like a completely different person. Against Wilder, he was giving Wilder all sorts of problems. He come out swinging, fighting, and was quite defensively astute in that fight as well until he did get caught. Against Joshua, on the other hand, he literally just shelled straight up, went into survival mode, and I think he was knocked out in 3 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. So, look, this is the issue again. He went and fought Brazil, and I believe he came to fight a little bit in that. He actually he gave that a bit of a go. But as I said, this is the issue, that he either will go, and he'll dig in for like 8-10 rounds like he did against Brazil and Wilder, or he'll just capitulate straight away and get stopped early. So how this fight goes, in my opinion, is down to what Molina turns up. Is it going to be the Molina that's going to come with some ambition? If it is, I expect him to get stopped, but stopped sort of later on, maybe, after the 6th or 7th round. If it is the Molina that we've seen over in these shores, particularly against Joshua, look, we can see him shell up straight away. It could go that sort of way, and it could be a bit of a blowout within the first couple of rounds. So how this fight goes is really dictated by what Molina shows up. If it's the Molina that we've seen where he just comes in looking for a payday, it will be over within a couple of rounds. If it is the Molina that comes with a bit of ambition, as I say, Molina is a good gatekeeper at this point. If you can beat Molina, you're sort of, I don't know, what is Molina? Top 30, top 40? So, you're into that, in the cusps of the sort of top 20 if you beat Eric Molina. So, look, he's a good gatekeeper. I expect him to get stopped whatever happens, whether it's early or late. But either way, I expect Filip Hrgovic to stop Eric Molina. I'll be very interested to see how the fight does go. As I say, I personally am leaning a little bit towards it being early, just because Eric Molina It's going to be a lot of money on the table. He's at the tail end of his career. Does he really need to take a sustained beating for 8 rounds? Probably not. Is he just going to lay down at the first opportunity he gets? Possibly. So, look, whatever performance he does put up against, Hrgovic does put up against Molina, I don't want to hear the Joshua comparisons, I don't want to hear the Wilder comparisons, because as I say, the biggest problem with Eric Molina is what Eric Molina turns up. So, look, if he turns up, as I say, I expect him to get stopped late. If he just doesn't turn up and just comes for the payday and just comes to look to survive, he'll get stopped within the first 2 to 3 rounds. So, that's my prediction, and thank you very much, and take care.